Apart from widely known benefits such as economies of scale and consolidated reporting, in today's world there is another important benefit to taking your fleet international: sustainability. In case of large international fleets, there are clear benefits to having central coordination when working towards zero emissions. More and more organizations have sustainability high on the agenda, with reducing carbon footprint from business operations, including fleet, as a core focal point. In setting carbon footprint reduction targets, several ambition levels are observed. For example, becoming carbon neutral through offsetting, becoming net zero by removing as much carbon as is being emitted, or even becoming carbon negative by removing even more carbon than is being emitted. Sustainability is a global issue which must be tackled on both a global and local level. There are clear differences between countries in terms of EV maturity, which need to be taken into account when making the switch to low-emission vehicles. The switch is always possible, but you need the right team and the right advice to get you there.
Create your community. You need to identify the key stakeholders and decision makers within your organization, engage with them in order to create a collaborative atmosphere and understand their practice. The second point is to define your fleet strategy. Set clear ambition with CSR, HR, and finance department to select your preferred supply mode for LeaseCos and for OEMs, your carbon emission targets, optimization of process ambitions, employee retentions, and of course, cost. The last point is to bring value to your community. Leverage volumes for negotiation with suppliers. Share best practice with them, and of course, harmonize your KPIs.
When considering cost-effective charging, there are a number of complex topics to take into account, most of which will involve a lot of data collection and analysis to provide you with the full picture you will need to set the right charging policy for your business. You will also need to consider a wide variety of options. For example, when employees have to refuel at a public charging station, will allowing them to use the more expensive fast charging option actually be cost-effective when balanced against their productivity? Additional consideration will also be needed if your EVs require specific charging options. Clearly, your goal will be to set a strategy that will deliver charging solutions for the optimum cost, whether the charging is taking place at the driver's home, at a work location, or via a public charging station. Regardless of where charging will take place, you'll need to obtain and analyse a lot of different data in order to find that sweet spot between the operating costs for the energy itself and the capital investment required for installing and managing charging at drivers' home or workplace. Most importantly, when considering your cost-effective charging strategy, you will need to make sure that you keep the right balance between meeting the needs of the business and your drivers, and specifically the practicality and costs of the solutions you'll deliver.
Convincing your employees that going EV is the way to go goes along with a well-prepared and positive communication plan. Electrification can be a big change management for some people. It is therefore important to have a phase plan where all the attention or pain points of EV are addressed during the user experience. By breaking these codes and having counter-arguments to the potential operational barriers, you will be able to focus on the positive elements that are linked to EV vehicles. Proposing green vehicles to your employees with the latest technology, being able to have a positive financial and fiscal impact on the driver, having a good driver experience, and last but not least, testing is adapting.